What's up everyone, this is Wasim from the Tech Boys and I have a full review of the Blackberry Z10. The Z10 is running Blackberry 10. This is BlackBerry's new operating system, so hopefully this will be enough to bring more consumers to use Blackberries again. So this is their first flagship device, the Z10. So let's take a look at the hardware. It is made out of a plastic design, but it does have a really nice back piece. It's looks like a threaded material, but it's just a plastic back. But it has a really nice feeling, and it's not slippery, which is a really nice design made by BlackBerry. You do have a volume rocker on the right side, up and down, and a voice control button. On the bottom is going to be your little slot to remove your back piece, as well as the speaker. On the right hand side, or the left hand side, is the mini HDMI out and micro USB. And at the top is our headphone jack, power button, and our noise cancellation microphone. On the back is a 8 megapixel camera capable of shooting 1080p video. And of course your front facing camera does have a 4.2 inch LCD display with a resolution of 768 by 1280. And now let's get into the software. This is BlackBerry 10, so very different from BlackBerry 7 or other BlackBerry operating systems. Just a quick overview of the operating system is that it's a gesture-based OS. So going through your main pages is all through swipes or motions from the bottom, top, or the side. So this will be your main grid of apps. The home screen essentially shows your recently opened apps up to 8. And if you scroll all the way to the left is your BlackBerry Hub. Your BlackBerry Hub will show your notifications across many sources like your email, text messages, BBM, LinkedIn, and your phone calls. So this is really a nice way to have everything all in one place without having to go through different applications. And of course, the move from the main screen is swipe up from the bottom, and you have your quick access to your phone, search, and camera. And if you pull from the top, you do have your quick settings as well as some toggles for Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, your notification, sounds, and alarm. So this is definitely going to take time to get used to if you've never used this before. A lot of operating systems like iOS and Android will have home buttons, so you might be eager to press like a BlackBerry button to go home, but it's just a swipe up. Another really nice feature I really love about BlackBerry 10 is BlackBerry Peek. So when I swipe up, you can see on the left side are my notifications, and just from there I just swipe to the right and I'm in my BlackBerry Hub. So this is a very unique feature with BlackBerry that I enjoyed a lot that I don't get with other operating systems. So let's say I was in, let's jump into BlackBerry World and I get a text message. I could just easily peek through and look to the right and just resume where I am right away. So this is really easy for multitasking, especially pulling up different applications. You can just see right there that BlackBerry 10 is extremely fast. BlackBerry has already set out 2 updates for this phone, so I mean each update is improving performance and fixing a lot of bugs. So I'm really happy that BlackBerry is pushing this phone to the max and just keeping it running very fast and smooth. As far as applications, you do have a browser, of course. Your BlackBerry World is where you're going to get your music, videos, and applications. Unfortunately, the app selection isn't the greatest. There are some apps that you might recognize, like Plants vs. Zombies, StubHub is here, TuneIn Radio, Flickr, and Twitter. So there are some good applications, but a lot of them you're not going to find on BlackBerry 10, which is very unfortunate because it is a great operating system. But as far as, normal users, you're going to find a lot of replacement options. So like for maps, I've downloaded Waze, which will essentially replace like Google Maps and other mapping applications. As well as there's a really good handful of games that you can download, and of course more are being added every day. But if you don't have your main apps, I probably wouldn't recommend BlackBerry 10 because it's no fun waiting for an app that you really want on your your main smartphone. But as far as news, I mean, I've downloaded a really good variety of like the New York Times, The Guardian, USA Today. So a really good app selection, but just nowhere near as Android or iOS. Let's jump into the web browser. The web browser is extremely fast on BlackBerry 10. You can easily go, I'm going to just go to phonearena.com and so here we go, the web browser is loading up. Another really great plus of the browser is this one of the fewest browsers with Adobe Flash. So if you do go to websites that have Flash content, you'd be able to take advantage of it because BlackBerry 10 can run that player. So you can see that it's loading up. Really nice HTML browser that it's very fast with pinch to zoom. As well as some features here that you can add the website to your home screen. You can download it for offline mode, and this is how the tabs look on BlackBerry 10. So it will show some most visited sites on your tab browser, and it's very easy and fast to jump between apps. If you will recognize this feature from iOS, and that is sort of like Reader. And it is called Reader on iOS. So when I tap Reader, it will essentially remove any advertisements and just focus on the main text, which that is probably one of my favorite features on iOS. And I'm glad to see that on BlackBerry 10, so I can easily increase or decrease font size on BlackBerry 10. So that is the browser on BlackBerry 10. Really fast, a great browser. Another nice advantage of BlackBerry is, of course, email. I don't find it better than other platforms like iOS or Android, but BlackBerry again nails it. It's really easy to manage your emails here, delete multiple emails at once. You can see that it does show up on the right hand side, and I can just easily, select more and delete them, move them to a new inbox, and more. And of course, as for phone calls, clarity on the Blackberry Z10 is really great. Earpiece is nice and loud. Battery life is okay. It's definitely not as good as like the iPhone 5 or the Galaxy S3 or even the newly Galaxy S4, but it should run you through the day with under moderate use. I wouldn't say heavy or moderate heavy. Just because it's an 1800 milliamp, and BlackBerry 10 does continuously run applications in the background. So it is important to close out applications once you're done using them. As far as multimedia, you can sync iTunes music through the BlackBerry desktop application. So here I have my iTunes music saved on my BlackBerry Z10, which is very convenient if you do have iTunes music on the BlackBerry Z10. Let's jump into the camera. The camera is very basic. It does take really good photos. Nowhere as feature-packed as other cameras like the Lumia 920, but it's a very good 8 megapixel camera. One unique feature that the Z10 does have is time shift. So I'll go ahead and put a video of that. And of course your camcorder, your regular camera. And that is the camera. A good camera. I'll go ahead and include some samples, but it's definitely not the best camera, but it does a really good job for, basic everyday use. Alright you guys, this has been my review of the BlackBerry Z10. Overall, the Z10 is a very good device. If I was going to go into the store and pay $199 for a new phone, honestly I would not choose the BlackBerry Z10 just because to me there are way better options as far as smartphones. Like I would rather choose an iPhone 5, a Galaxy S4, HTC One for the same price point that include more apps and more features than the Z10. If you're a diehard BlackBerry fan, then this is going to be a great option to upgrade to, just because it's a really nice upgrade from previous BlackBerries. And if you just trust BlackBerry, this is a really good phone. I hope BlackBerry continues to update their phones and include more features in BlackBerry 10. But I wouldn't I wouldn't say I wouldn't recommend the Z10. It's just for the price point. I would recommend better devices. It's a good phone, but it's not that good for that price. So I would like BlackBerry to possibly undercut the price, maybe $99 for the phone, and then I would probably recommend the Z10. But it is, I love BlackBerry 10. It's just for the price point. I'd probably recommend a different device. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.